Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a portable blender battle comparison. We're pitting the Blendjet 2 against the Ninja Blast. They're both in the same price range and have similar features, so it should be interesting to find out which one comes out on top. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, our reviews are based upon the things that we think are important. That might be a little bit different for you, so what we recommend doing is, after watching our video, you watch a couple of other videos made by different content creators. That way you get a much wider range of opinions and ideas, and that'll help you make a much more informed buying decision. And that is the most important thing of all. This is the Ninja Blast, and this is the Blendjet 2. The maximum capacity of the Blendjet 2 is about 15 ounces, while the max on the Ninja is about 16 ounces. Also, you can see the Ninja is just a little bit taller. So if you need a travel blender to be as compact as possible, the Blendjet 2 does have an advantage in that. As far as lids go, the Blendjet 2 just has a flat twist on top with a rubber band here on the side. When you want to drink out of this thing, you have to twist this entire thing off and find a place for this. And then you can drink right out of it. But your lips are going to be right on these threads here, which just makes it feel a little bit wonky to me. With the Ninja lid, you got a push button, and then the lid pops open. It's got a rubber seal that goes around the spout so nothing leaks, along with an air hole so you don't get pressure on the inside. This is a much better design than what you get with the Blendjet. However, it's not perfect. This lid just kind of flops here like this. It is spring loaded so it'll stay open, but I did have a couple of instances where this thing just kind of flopped down and hit me right in the face. What you're supposed to do with this is you push it down until it snaps, and then when you want to release it, you got to force it back up. But that really just feels like it's gonna break at some point. In fact, the entire lid just being like this just feels like it's not gonna last very long. And if this breaks off, then you got no way to seal this closed. So it's sort of a big deal. The Ninja has separate buttons for the power and the blending, whereas the Blendjet just has one button. Both blenders have these rings that light up in different colors that let you know the status of your blender, including things like charge level and whether or not the blades are blocked. If you hit the start button, the Ninja will blend for 30 seconds and then stop on its own. However, there's no pulse mode on the Ninja, so if you want to pulse, you have to start it and then stop it again right away. That's sort of a pain in the neck, and I don't know why they wouldn't have a pulse mode on this. With different amounts of button presses, the Blendjet can blend, it can pulse, it can also go into lock mode so you can't accidentally start it when it's in your bag or something like that. As far as I can see, the Ninja doesn't have a lock mode like that, so that would be a disadvantage for it as well. You can purchase both of these blenders in different colors, but the Blendjet has got way more options than the Ninja does. I believe you got 6 different options with the Ninja, and with the Blendjet, it's something like 15 or 20. Both of these feature USB-C charging. The Blendjet has it on the front, which I thought was sort of weird, and the Ninja has it back here on the back. They both come with a USB-C charging cable, but neither one comes with any way to hook that up to a regular outlet. You'd have to buy your own adapter, and that's something that I really didn't like about both of these. I mean, how much does something like that cost them? $1, maybe? 50 cents? The Blendjet 2 is 1000 watts and the Ninja Blast is 1100 watts. That may seem like these are super powerful blenders, but I'll tell you what, in practice, neither one of these little blenders is ever going to be able to match what you already have in your kitchen. That power just does not translate to these very well, and I'm going to guess that that's because these blades are so small that they really have a hard time getting a hold of stuff. We tested these two blenders for a lot of things, including how many blends you can get on one charge of the battery. The Blendjet 2 was able to get in about 18 full blends, and the Ninja Blast was only able to do about 11. That could be in part to the fact that the Blendjet 2 only blends for 20 seconds and the Ninja blends for 30. Also, you have to consider that the Ninja is a little bit more powerful, so it's going to use a little bit more power as well. But that's still a pretty significant difference. Are you going to need to blend 12, 13, 14, 15 times on a charge? Probably not. If you were to get either one of these blenders, I'd still recommend charging it every night anyway. To test the two blenders, we tried 3 different recipes. First, we made banana smoothies. We took a whole medium-sized banana, about 4 ounces of milk, and a scoop of whey protein and blended them up. Admittedly, that's not really a hard thing to do, and it's really something like that both of these blenders are designed for. As a result, neither one of these had much of a problem blending that, and they both produced pretty nice results. The second test we tried was a fruit smoothie with frozen blueberries and raspberries, and frozen strawberries. We added in a little bit of milk and went ahead and blended. The Blendjet 2 had serious problems with it and immediately got stuck. In fact, I had to stir it constantly and keep moving the blades around manually in order to unstick them. And after about 7 or 8 blend cycles, I did manage to get it smooth enough to where it was drinkable. It did get the job done, but it was a real serious pain in the neck, and it's obviously something that the Blendjet's not really designed for. With the Ninja, we expected a little bit more because it says right on the box that it's good for frozen fruit and ice. So we tried the same test with the Ninja, and we only put about 4 ounces of liquid in there. And it started blending pretty well, but then it got stuck right away. It took us about 4 blends in order to get everything unstuck and moving around in the blender. And once it did, it made a pretty good smoothie. However, it really was a lot more of a pain in the neck than we thought it was going to be. At the end of the day though, it did do a much better job of that than the Blendjet 2. We did the smoothie test a second time, except this time we tried to be a little bit easier on our blenders by using a little bit less fruit, letting it thaw out a little bit, and using a lot more liquid. This time both portable blenders did a much better job. The Blendjet 2 still got stuck several times, but it did get through the job with a little bit of coaxing, and it was way better than the first time around. With a little bit more tweaking, we might even be able to get a little bit better result on that. But really, like we said before, the Blendjet 2 is obviously not designed for frozen stuff, and it really did show it with the amount that it struggled. The Ninja Blast was a different story though. On the first blend, it almost got the entire smoothie combined, but then it got stuck right at the end. After we shook it up a little bit, we ran a second cycle, and it got through that no problem. So on this second smoothie test, the difference between the Ninja and the Blendjet 2 was night and day. Our third test was making nut butters. And we're going to preface this by saying don't make nut butters in either one of these blenders because you can do it, yeah, but it's going to take you forever and you're going to hate doing it the entire time. Neither one of these blenders are designed for that, and it shows. For the Blendjet 2, it took us about 12 blend cycles in order to make 6 ounces of peanut butter, and we had to add some oil to it in order to get it to blend at all after a certain point. It did eventually make pretty good peanut butter, but getting it out of the container was a horrible experience. And we ended up having to leave a whole bunch of it in the container because we just couldn't get it out. The Ninja Blast was similar. In fact, a couple of cycles in, we ran the battery out. We didn't think it was the battery because we thought that was way too fast for that to happen, but sure enough, that's what it was. After about 3 blend cycles, it ran out of juice, and then we had to bring it back to the charger and let it charge back up so we could finish. Even then, when the blender was running, we had to kind of help it along and stir a little bit. Otherwise, the blade would just spin around and not catch anything. Eventually, it produced really nice smooth peanut butter, but I mean, that's beside the point, because that was such a pain in the neck to do that it really wasn't worth doing. By the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. So the Blendjet 2's battery lasts a little bit longer, it's got more features, and in my opinion it looks a little nicer. The problems I have is that I can't stand the lid, and also if you put anything in there that's frozen, even small amounts, it's likely going to give you fits. The Ninja Blast, on the other hand, has less features, no pulse mode, and the lid that, even though it's better than the Blendjet 2 lid, it's still super suspect. It does hold more and is more powerful, but that also means that you're going to get less blends out of it before you run your battery out. At the end of the day though, it handles frozen ingredients way better than the Blendjet 2. Really, it's not even close. Neither one of them were any good at all for nut butters, but again, they're not designed for that anyway, so can't really hold that against them. So in conclusion, between these two portable blenders, I'm going to have to give it to the Ninja Blast, mostly based on the performance of the smoothie test when we added all that extra liquid in there. That all by itself kind of changed my mind about the Blast. Because before that, I kind of felt like it was pretty lackluster. But if you want my honest opinion, even though I bought both of these, the chances that I actually use either one, probably not very high. But that's just my opinion, and it really stems from the fact that I personally don't need a portable blender. If you want more information about either one of these blenders, we do have Amazon affiliate links down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, we do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. If you like this video, you might like this video right here where we review the Ninja Foodie Power Blender Ultimate System. That not only can handle all your blending, but it can also handle all your food processing chores, including stuff with discs. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.